Hi, it's Alex. Welcome to my latest lesson for Guitar World, focusing on jazz improvisation. And I want to talk to you today, this is very important, about fourths. Now, you're all familiar with fourths because the way you tune the guitar, the guitar is tuned mostly in fourths. And it's a sound that you'll hear in jazz, particularly on piano, which is a very cool sound. So if I take a note, this is a D, and I'm going to add a fourth, which is a G, and now I'm going to add the fourth of that, which is a C. Now you know how the tuning changes, like when you tune the guitar, on the B string, it's from the B to the G, there's a fret difference. So it actually goes up a fret, and you get this. Right, so now I have this nice sounding chord in fourths. If you'll recall from the last lesson, we talked about the very important Miles Davis composition, So What, which is based on D Dorian, the D Dorian mode. It's a modal tune. And thinking of that as an example, like a vamp for that is just these chords back and forth. So if you think about the original So What, right? So now what's happening here is the top note is actually a third. But that gives you a really nice voicing. And it's very jazzy, and it's not that hard to play. And it really opens up a lot of doors. So if you'll recall from the So What changes, So What and impressions move up a half step. So you can just take those, move those up a half step. Right? And you have this very nice jazzy sounding chord. Now you can also play just 3 strings at a time. Right? It gives you this. And watch what happens if you go back and forth between them. Right? This is just 3 strings. Right? It's just the 5th, 4th, and 3rd. What if I do the 4th through 2nd, and I go back and forth? Right? What if I do the these 3, and I add the 4th? So this is 4 strings. All right, so now here's 4 strings at a time. I just did 3 strings at a time. This is 4 strings at a time. Right? Or, if you just use your fingers, or hold the pick strategically, you can do 5 strings. Right? And you can switch off. So this opens up a lot of doors. First of all, for rhythm playing or comping, which is short for accompanying. All right, here I'm going to lay down a D minor bass line. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now watch how I approach these fourths. 3 notes. Now I'm switching off. It's 4. Okay. So I can also use these for melodic ideas, right? I could take this first This first pattern, it's just three strings, and go to this note. I could take the next three and go to the next scale tone. Right? So here's that in context. Okay, and then finally, I just wanted to look at fourths all the way across the strings, right? So this main chord we've been doing has a third on top. But if we stick to fourth, I can add this note, right? Because this note is technically the fourth of this note. And just as every single note moves up to follow the scale, all of these other notes follow the scale too. Right? So if you do them together, you suddenly have these really nice sounding jazz chords. Okay, so these aren't the only chords you can use, of course. You have your standard minor 7 chords, then many variations. Too many to get into for just this one lesson. But playing fourths all the way across the strings, or just a few at a time, opens up a lot of doors. So have some fun with it, play with it, listen to great music that uses these. There's one of the greatest piano players of all time, McCoy Tyner, who's part of the John Coltrane Quartet, uses fourths a lot and really popularized them. So check it out, have fun, and I will see you at another lesson.